What's going on, everyone? This is Skull Kid, and we're gonna be crashing a moon into Termina as an epic prank. Oh, wait, sorry, wrong game. This is Waning Moonlight, and we're gonna be crashing two twin moons into the lands between. This spell, I'm sure some of you know, is Rolana's from the DLC, and the other moon spells are pretty good. There's Ronnie's moon and Renala's moon. However, the twin moon works very different from them both, being that it only the other moons will track and then explode your target, while these ones just crash straight down and are very weird. Are they good? Are they bad? I don't know. Let's find out. But before we actually get started in the run, we gotta put on the right drip to make sure things are matching. And so this spell in general is very weird because it's very close range, but you're not like invulnerable. It's actually pretty easily you can be knocked out of it, or you can even just take damage while you're up there, which is really annoying. And this spell, I think, is one of the highest stat requirements to use because you need 72 intelligence just to use it. So obviously had to grind up a little bit because I wasn't that smart. But smart or not, Morgoth takes some pretty decent damage from it. And luckily, the spell does not actually take that much MP. Maybe I'm used to that glintstone staff that like increases like the MP cost for damage, but I'm used to like spells just straight up draining your mana in like 3 to 4 uses. So honestly, I had overkill in terms of magic. But that aside, there's not too much to talk about there. Morgoth really went down without too much trouble. Now, Godric the Grafted, most see as easier than Morgoth. I mean, I do too. But while Morgoth kind of aims down, like he swings his hammer down, he swings his cane up or down, whatever, like he pokes it down. Godric is all over the place, so I believed he would hit us more, but he really didn't. He was no trouble. The mimic kind of just stole the kill from me. Not cool, dude. But we decided, by we, I mean me still, decided I was going to go for Renala. I know what you're thinking, but Waning Moonlight, she's like really magic resistant. And I was like, yeah, but I didn't want to go after Radon. He's super far away. You gotta make it up to Atlas Plateau just to get him going, so how bad could it be? The Red Wolf, of course, was not really much of an issue. Crashed into him with a few moons and he was down. And then we had to make our way here. And then I realized, kind of as it got started, it's going to take a lot of magic. Because we have to hit the 3 singers just to bring her down. And that is not a lot of damage. I mean, I was doing several hundred before, but that was nothing. So I knew I needed more magic. So I warped out, came back, and second try was actually able to get her to the second phase. I had 2 more flasks and no more healing. And that is 2 flasks is not going to do that. So, obviously, I'm sure you can tell, Renala was going to be pretty much impossible. I still wanted to stick around, see how far I could get into it, which, yeah, that didn't last too long. So, you know what that means? Had to go up to Atlas, and I like taking the magma worm route. I just think it's a lot more fun than just grabbing the 2 lift pieces, Call me strange, but it just makes it more fun. Then with that, up at Atlas Plateau. Because that, for whatever reason, activates the Radon Festival. Like, why does getting here activate the Radon Festival? Does anyone know why? I mean, I know it's coded in why, but like, why? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Made my way to Radon. And of course, I know the strategy that I'm super good at. You run backwards and you mandatorily have to be hit to get him to stop shooting at you. Then you run back. Again, not sure why that works. I mean, I know it deloads him or whatever, but like, why does that make him stop shooting arrows? I don't know. I'm not a coder. I just play the game, bro. And Radon actually was really easy. I thought he would be a lot harder because, you know, he has like his swords are intelligent based with his meteorite spells. But he went up, came back down, and he was done instantly. That was the easiest Radon fight I've had in forever. So with that out of the way, you already saw we made it up to Atlas, and it's time for the Tree Sentinel. And wow, okay, yeah, you know, he took a good bit of damage, you know. There's nothing to say to here. I just crashed into him a few times. With that, it's here to go on and fight the Godfrey and Morgott again. But as we run up, I would like to ask if you're enjoying the video to subscribe. I'm trying to reach 400 subscribers by the end of April, which will be the 1-year anniversary of my channel. I put out videos pretty frequently. In fact, I put a video out like 2 days ago. So if you enjoyed challenge runs, I take suggestions, and well, as I said, I put videos out pretty frequently. But to get back to it, Godfrey over here, not much of a challenge. I got to learn that I can just fly over his stomps, which I thought, oh, that's great. That's going to be super useful for the future Godfrey fight, right? We'll talk about real Godfrey when we get there. But no, the shade was just, he made me feel better about it than I should have. Now, Morgott, I know, is typically when the game starts to get harder. And, well, luckily, he actually wasn't too difficult. I mean, a little bit of a rough start right there, you know, but he still takes massive damage from this spell. However, he does have a better ways to hit me with his curved sword, but he didn't hit me too much. So that out of the way, we can go finish the game. Except somebody put some roots there. Not cool, dude. Well, guess that means it's time for the fire giant, which I would show more of. But I don't know what happened with my recording stuff, but it says I have 800 hours of footage against the fire giant, which obviously wasn't right, and it kind of crashed when I tried to edit it. So sadly, that's all you get to see. Trust me, it only took me like 2 tries. But the duo is here, and things did not go as well. Like everyone and their mother knows, these guys can be put to sleep. But that didn't mean it went well for me. So, first try, I used all my stuff and then died immediately and ran out of mushrooms, so I had to go get more. Then, second try, over here fighting, and got pretty close, did pretty good, and then I got killed, and then I was out of flowers. So that means I had to make another trip, get a few, and then go back, and then get them on my third try, which is great, you know. Was really fun, actually. Just put them to sleep, crash into them, you know, whatever. And then it was Malekith. I was unsure how it would go. As I said with Morgott, some of his low swings we can kind of just fly over. But he does a lot of them rock throws, which do still hit us. But it wasn't too bad. I mean, first try wasn't the charm, but second try, we did a lot better getting to Malekith. And obviously was a bit harder with the explosions, but we did it. Actually, and I mean, had a healing flask to spare, but Gideon was really funny because obviously, if you've paid attention, this move kind of sends people flying. So I'm just launching Bro up. I almost beat him without him having to heal. Then he got out of it and actually started getting a few attacks off, which couldn't allow that. So he was really no issue. And then Godfrey. So we could still dodge his spike attacks. However, that doesn't mean he was easy. In fact, he was the hardest one out of this entire run. It took me about like an hour or two just to get an actual good attempt going. Learned that apparently that would still hit me. I thought that only would hit the ground. So obviously I was wrong with that. And apparently if you're in the moon phase when he goes for his grab, apparently he just will do some damage but won't knock you out of it. So neat. Then it's finally time for Radagon. Radagon, same thing. Put on the Holy Talisman to try and help mediate the damage. I mean, it couldn't be too bad, right? Bro's he's pretty weak, I believe, to magic. I mean, I'm doing this without looking anything up, but if he's strong against Holy, he's gotta be pretty weak to magic. But I'm pretty weak to being hit in the face, so I put back on my good armor. Now, one thing to note is I have the talisman that restores FP over time. It's from the DLC. It's pretty handy, especially in a long fight like this. It's not the answer to winning, but it sure does help. Because, I mean, like I said, this spell does not cost too much. So after a few minutes, you get one for free. Spellcast. But either way, finally make it to the Elden Beast, and that's okay damage. Not the best. I've had better. And already was out of healing and was in one-shot territory. So, off to a great start. Sometimes during this fight, I don't know what happened, but like I would just not float up. It would just be on the ground to do the moon move. And then sometimes I would get launched into the air. It was really funny to watch, actually. And when at this point, I was really nervous because I was like, I know I was not going to win with like this 1 HP. But it's like, how far can I take it? 1 Elden Stars would do it though. And obviously, yeah, didn't win it. But after about a half hour, I put back on the main armor and then got him down. So can you beat Elden Ring using Rellana's twin moons? Yes, you can. So thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe. Maybe leave a comment if you thought of something funny. And have a good day.